Hi, and welcome to Rachel Art with Heart.
Hi, hello. It's so good to see you again. You guys, I am so excited for today's art project because we are going to be doing a Valentine's Day art project. And I love Valentines. You might be seeing lots of pinks and reds and hearts everywhere because it is almost Valentine's Day. So maybe you can make this Valentine's Day art project for somebody special in your life. Today, we are going to be making some love clouds. That's right, some love clouds. A few notes about today's project. You are going to need a piece of cardboard and probably some grown-up help to cut this out because cardboard is pretty tough to cut. You also will probably need grown-up help for our hole punch. And I have one of these. They punch out hearts. They're a paper puncher. I just got it at Michael's. If you don't have one of these, that's okay. You can simply cut out hearts as well. It'll work just the same. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started.
All right, so the first thing that we're gonna do is we are going to go ahead and draw our cloud. Now, is a cloud just a straight line like this? Like, is it an oval shape? No, it's kind of got some puffy lines around it, huh? Now, do all clouds look the same or do they look different? They look different. So my cloud and your cloud might look a little different, but we're gonna go ahead. I'll draw it first. I'm gonna draw it with a marker so I can see it because I'm gonna cut along where I draw. So I'm gonna draw some puffy clouds over here. Just like that. And then I'm gonna grab my scissors. I have adult scissors. You probably need adult help for this part because cardboard is a little bit thicker like I was mentioning earlier. And so you'll probably need to use adult scissors for this part. All right, so there's my cardboard cut out into the cloud shape. Next, we're gonna grab our hole punch. I'm gonna hole punch 1, 2, 3 at the bottom, just like that. If you want to do a fourth one, you can. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do the fourth one. There we go. Okay, so now that we have our hole punches at the bottom, we're gonna grab our glue and our cotton balls because we're gonna make our cloud nice and fluffy because clouds aren't this brown color, huh? They're white and fluffy. So I'm gonna grab my glue and I'm gonna grab my cotton balls. Just like that. Now with my glue, I'm gonna make sure not to cover these holes. I don't wanna glue my holes shut, okay? So I'm gonna glue, just like this, and glue around, just like that. Grab a cotton ball. I'm gonna kind of piece it apart, just like this, and stick it right on that glue. I'm gonna keep repeating that, just like that. And make sure that hole right there is open. There we go. There we go. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna keep repeating the same steps glue, 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 just like that. If it's too hard to squeeze the glue, you can always pour it into a cup and use a brush that's safe for glue or that you don't care that's gonna get too messy, and you can wipe it on there. That's another way to use this, because sometimes pressing this can be a little bit too hard. But if you are a little bit older and you use this in school and you know how to do it, go ahead and practice squeezing the glue out, okay? And then we're going to grab another cotton ball, piece it apart, piece it apart, covering up that glue and covering up the brown cardboard in the background, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and keep repeating this. I'm gonna let you go ahead and keep repeating it as well. And then we will go ahead and meet back once our cloud is nice and fluffy and covered with cotton balls. All right, now I have my cloud all fluffy. I'm gonna set it to the side to dry a little bit. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab my watercolor paper and my heart punch. Now remember, if you don't have a heart punch, you can go ahead and cut out heart shapes. I'm gonna go ahead and cut 8 heart shapes. You can choose to cut as many heart shapes as you want to. That's just the amount I'm gonna cut. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Have this little thing here. Grab them. There they are. Oh, one of them got cut off a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut another one. So here's 3. 4. 7, and make sure this one's gonna fit. There we go. So now I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I'm gonna go ahead and watercolor these. So I'm gonna grab my watercolor palette, my paint brushes, and water jar. Get my paintbrush wet. And I'm gonna stick with Valentine's kind of colors. So some reds, some pinks, some purples. But remember, you are the artist of your own artwork, so you can color your hearts whatever color you want. When I feel done, I'm gonna set it to the side and paint another one. Switching up some colors maybe. Round and round and round we go to pick up all those colors. Paint, paint, paint. All right, so now that I have all of my hearts painted in some Valentine's kind of colors, I'm gonna pull those out. Let them dry just a little bit. While they're drying, I'm gonna go ahead and get my next thing set up. We're gonna go ahead and grab our clouds back. My cloud and some string or yarn. For beading, we want to make sure our string is pretty thin. So if you're using some yarn, make sure it's thin. Make sure your string is thin if you're going to be doing some beading. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to remember those holes at the bottom that I said not to cover. We're going to push it through and pull from the other side. Some of your cloud pieces might come up a little bit, because it still might be a little sticky. Then you're gonna go ahead and tie a knot. You might need grown-up help for this part. Over here, tie, and tie. Snip off the extra piece of yarn that I don't need. I'm going to go ahead and cut the end of my yarn. I don't need it too long. It's kind of hard to see, but maybe just a little bit. Maybe about right there, okay? So then I'm going to snip and go ahead and keep on doing the same thing, adding another piece of string to my next one. Pushing it through, tying a knot, getting some help. There we go. I want to make sure all my pieces of string are even, so I'm going to cut them evenly. And I want you to keep repeating the same thing for the other 2 or 3 or 4, however many holes you put at the bottom. All right, so I have string at the bottom of my cloud. Next, I'm gonna grab my beads and my hearts, because we're gonna be beading and adding the hearts. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the first string, and then I want you to continue doing all the rest of your strings until you're finished, okay? So I'll go ahead and walk through the first one with you. We're going to bead our string, bead, bead, bead. Now what we're gonna do is we are going to bead, and then we are gonna add the heart. We're gonna bead, 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 add a heart, and then bead, 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 and add a heart at the bottom, okay? So you understand what we're gonna be doing. And we're gonna do that for all of the strings at the bottom for our raining heart cloud. For our raining heart cloud. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and attach my heart. But I don't have any holes on my heart. So you're gonna need your hole punch again. You're gonna hole punch at the top. And at the bottom. Just like that. We don't want to make a hole all the way through. We want to make sure we have a hole at the top and at the bottom. Stick your yarn through. Actually, we're going to stick it through the front, have it come out the back, and then stick it through the back and have it come out the front. Just like that. And then we're going to bead, bead, bead again. All right, I'm gonna do one more bead. Just like that. Grab another heart, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna punch a hole at the top and at the bottom. Poke it through the front, have it come out the back. Poke it through the back, have it come out the front. And then I'm going to tie a knot down at the bottom down here. Okay. So now that I have it tied at the bottom, I'm just gonna snip off a little bit of the extra. That, and I have one side of my heart all beaded, and I'm going to continue doing that for the rest of my strings, and I'm going to go ahead and let you continue doing that as well.
You guys, thank you so much for joining me today, creating our really cute Valentine's Day art project, our raining heart cloud. It turned out so cute. Feel free, if you want to hang it somewhere, you can go ahead and attach a little hook up at the top to hang it somewhere, or give it to somebody as a special Valentine's Day gift. Thank you guys so much for joining me, creating our Valentine's Day art project. I hope you have a great day and happy Valentine's. See you guys next time. Bye!